This is Maya. Let's get into it. Your litigation department connects an autonomous agent to federal PACER feeds, state electronic filing portals, and county docket systems. The objective is operational velocity. Extract scheduling orders, calculate response windows, and commit statutory deadlines directly into your enterprise case management calendar. Your telemetry looks spotless. The ingestion pipeline runs nightly. Data parsing jobs return HTTP 200 OK, and your application performance monitoring in Datadog is completely green. 14 days later, a federal judge enters a default judgment against your client. Your litigation team completely missed a mandatory motion to dismiss response deadline. When your engineers trace the failure back through the database commits, they discover the truth. The agent recorded the critical statutory filing deadline as null. Welcome to Part 3 of High-Stakes AI Legal Ops. Today, we're breaking down the architecture behind Silent Docket Synchronization Drift. Court filing portals across 94 federal district courts and thousands of state-county systems are not standard REST APIs. They are legacy systems, disparate XML feeds, and scraped HTML portals that alter payload structures without advanced deprecation notices. When engineering teams place stateless AI agents directly on top of these ungoverned feeds, the pipeline breaks down in 3 distinct ways. First, unannounced key mutation. A county court system migrates an endpoint and renames a core payload attribute from filing_deadline to statutory_response_date, or nests the timestamp inside an unindexed metadata object. Second, the silent null coercion trap. Standard dynamically typed ingestion scripts evaluate missing dictionary keys as none. Because the parser encounters no unhandled exception, it commits the empty record, logs a successful sync, and leaves the trial calendar blank. You are manufacturing malpractice liability while your dashboard reads green. Third, probabilistic statutory date math. When engineers prompt an LLM to extract dates from raw docket text, the model fails at jurisdictional arithmetic. Foundational models do not understand Federal Rule of Civil Procedure Rule 6 computation logic. They cannot calculate weekend rollovers, local court holiday adjustments, or electronic service grace periods deterministically. You cannot fix broken data contracts with prompt engineering. Instructing an LLM to always extract the correct deadline is useless when an upstream schema change prevents the date payload from reaching the context window. Probabilistic models are reasoning engines, not deterministic security kernels or calendar state machines. To deploy autonomous litigation tracking safely, governance must be enforced at the infrastructure gateway. First, hardware-enforced pydantic schema contracts. Validate every incoming court payload against a strict data contract at the gateway. Forbid extra unregistered keys and reject implicit null coercion. Second, deterministic execution circuit breakers. If an incoming court update drifts or lacks a mandatory statutory key, the gateway immediately halts writebacks, prevents database corruption, and routes the raw payload delta to human legal operations. Third, stateful jurisdiction rulebook engines. Decouple date extraction from date calculation. Extract raw reference dates, then pipe them into deterministic, state-specific statutory rule engines. This is how we govern digital labor at Claire by the algorithm. Claire sits as a stateful control tower between messy external data feeds and your mission-critical execution layer, ensuring strict schema enforcement, automated circuit breaking, and zero-dropped deadlines. Never let ungoverned automation manage your statutory compliance. Govern your enterprise AI at letsaskclaire.com. That wraps high-stakes AI for legal ops. Next week, we take on health tech. I am Maya. Thanks for listening.